Felise, we've got probably 25 or so Year 5 students here today. So we've got Leni here in the front row. Leni's an ambassador for Footy Colours Day, so she's helped coordinate this. And we've just got a few questions that the kids would love to ask you. Yep.
Hey Daniel, hey Leni, thank you for having me. My name is Felise Kaufusi and I play with the Melbourne Storm. So.
How many tries have you scored in your career?
Well, I scored plenty of tries, so I think I might have lost count or lost. But I think maybe I'm going to say 11.
What team did you support when you were younger?
I supported the Brisbane Broncos because I grew up in Queensland. So my favourite player was Darren Lockyer, and growing up, he played for the Brisbane Broncos. So I love that side.
Who is the greatest player you have ever played with or against?
That would easily be Cameron Smith. He's the best player I've ever played with. He's played the most games in our competition. Just his ability to get on the park week in, week out. He hasn't missed too many games, and we've touched on it. He's the most capped player in our competition. So just that in itself, and also under fatigue, he always seems to come up with the right decisions, the right plays at the right time. So I think that's what sets him apart from the rest. And yeah, I just think he's the best player.
How old are you?
I'm 28, born in 1992.
Charlie, got a question?
Who is your celebrity lookalike?
I've got plenty. Some are a bit embarrassing, but I don't know if you've watched Black Panther. Yeah, they reckon I look like Black Panther. Wakanda forever.
Have you got a question? How many are in your family?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm one of 9. I've got 6 sisters and 2 other brothers.
Yeah. And were you born in New Zealand, were you? Is that correct?
Yes, so I was born in New Zealand and moved over to Queensland when I was 7.
Yeah.
What made you start playing rugby?
Growing up in Queensland, watching the State of Origin, that's all I wanted to do, was play rugby league. And I started when I was 6, playing barefoot, running around, and I just thought it was fun and made a lot of friends from it. So I enjoyed it growing up.
Maya, got a question?
Did you play any other sports when you were younger?
Yes, I played cricket. I loved soccer, rugby union, and I didn't mind volleyball.
Quite a few. Have you got another question? Have you got a question, David?
Who do you think is your biggest challenge for the Premier?
I reckon it's the Penrith Panthers. They've won 13 or 14 in a row, and they're sitting right at the top. So I think they're going to be the ones to beat this year.
Yeah. Abby, got a question?
Do you have much to do with any of the AFL clubs in Melbourne?
Do you have much to do with any of the AFL clubs in Melbourne? I like the T-shirt that you're wearing. It's a bit of a clue.
Yes, well, I do support the Western Bulldogs. I live on the west side and they're the closest club. But in terms of training-wise and crossing over, just our kickers and catchers do some work with the AFL, picking their skills and adding to our game.
Yeah.
How long have you been away from home in Melbourne this year?
I think it's coming up to 10 weeks. So it's been a pretty long time away from home. We miss home, but we know what it's like back in Melbourne, which is a bit unfortunate, but this is the situation we're in. And yeah, like I said, we miss being home and sleeping in our own bed.
Yeah. Leni?
Does it hurt when you get tackled?
It does, I'm not going to lie, it hurts, but especially some big boys around there, so it does hurt, but I love the contact, so I do enjoy it as well.
How does recovery look for rugby players week to week?
Yeah, a lot of recovery. We're playing back-to-back weeks now, and the whole focus is on recovery. So straight after our game, we'll go into ice baths, and then the next day we'll have massages, stretching, and then a contrast of hot and cold. So ice baths into the hot spa and then back and forth. So there's a lot of focus on recovery, and that's just to get our bodies right for the next week.
Thanks so much, Felise. I think that's most of the questions here. Thanks for your time. Appreciate that. Good luck for the rest of your season. And,
no worries. Thank you very much.